Hello everyone, welcome to Vysh's YouTube channel and to the series of Indian Society. We are in the episode 7 of Indian Society. In the last class, we have done till the special features of Indian Society. We have completed the topic. We need to start a new topic in this class, that is communalism. Before starting today's class, this video series are a part of the Vysh's paid courses, but we are considering to put even in the YouTube channel. If you give the proper feedback in the YouTube channel, we'll consider putting it even in the YouTube. But if you are not giving the proper feedback, it will only be given to the future paid courses student. So considering it or putting this in mind, you need to subscribe to the channel, like, share and subscribe to the channel. So in the last class, I have given a small question to you to attempt. So this is the question. In context of the diversity of India, can it be said that regions form cultural units rather than the states? Give reasons with examples for your viewpoint. So I'll discuss this answer for you now before starting today's class. So the question is saying that in the diversity of India, that there exists a diversity in India. It is because of the regions. It is because of the regions that cause the cultural units rather than the state. It's not the state, but it's the region which is causing the cultural units. So we have to illustrate this statement with while giving some examples from the Indian society point of view. So in the introduction, what you can write is, you can write about the definition of the culture, because it is speaking about culture. So you can give a small definition of culture and tell how there exists a diversity of India and how this diversity is prevailing in the form of linguistic basis, racial basis, geographical basis, and many more diversity, how there are existing. Give a short introduction about culture and different diversities that are present in India. And in the body part, what you can write is, you can write about how states are formed. The question is speaking about states, so you can speak about how states formation has took place. Actually, in India, the state formation has took place on the basis of language. For example, the first state which is formed is the Andhra Pradesh, which is formed based on the language of Telugu. So you can write a small paragraph about how states are formed. So I'm not telling this is the exact answer, but I'm just discussing a structure of the answer so that you can write your answers accordingly. And the next one is, then you have to mention about how India is divided into different regions like Northeast, Southern India, Western India, and Central India and Northern India. You can write about this division. And in the body part, you can also mention about how different cultures exist in these regions. So what you have mentioned different regions that are existing in India, how these regions will have different cultures. For example, in the Southern India, you will have different type of culture. You will wear dhoti. Like in the Southern India, men will wear maximum dhoti and women will wear saris and they will eat idli and sambar. So these are the examples which I'm going to give. I will also show you the model answer for this. So this is the structure which you need to follow, and you can speak about different cultures in the northern region, Central India, Western India. In spite of being having boundaries in the states, boundaries for the states, they are like culturally united with each other. For example, in southern India, there are many states like Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. In spite of having so many boundaries between them, they has a cultural unity because they have similar kind of culture. So this is what the question is demanding. So you can give different examples from different regions which are present in India. In the conclusion, you can say, regardless of different boundaries, how cultural bonding exists in India between people of same culture in a region. So you can say that regardless of the boundaries that exist between different states, they have a cultural bonding between them. So you can conclude in this way. Okay, this is the structure which you can write. This is one of the way. I'm not telling this is the only way that you can attempt this question, but this is one of the way. Okay, I'll give you the sample answer here. I have attached here. So here once I'll read it for you. In the introduction, I wrote that each and every community has a different set of cultures from the aspect of language, attire, food style, lifestyle, behavior, music, etc. India is well known for its unity in diversity. So I have given a short introduction about how different diversity exists in India and what are the different types of diversities, and even India is known as unity in diversity. I have mentioned it. Okay, then I have given a small paragraph about the history. So in the history I have told about, in the post independence India time, different states were raised on the basis of different languages. If you have read the post independence Indian history, you can know this thing, that states are actually formed on the basis of the religion. So I have mentioned Andhra Pradesh over here, the linguistic state of India, but as of now the cultural harmony is still unharmed. And you can, in the body part, you can also speak about different cultures of India. We can divide the states of India into category of more or less similar culture. For example, in the southern India, states like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, the traditional lungi is a common dress. Dosa, idli, sambar are the common food. Vishnu and Shiva are the common revered god. In the northeast region is a mixed cultural region. Hindu, Christian, Buddhist cultures are practiced here. Nagaland and Manipur have patriarchal, whereas Meghalaya, Garo and Khasi tribe practice the matrilineal law of inheritance. So whatever we have discussed till now in the previous lectures, I have tried to mention those examples over here. For example, in the previous lectures, in the patrilineal or matrilineal society, we have discussed the examples of the Garo and Khasi tribes, where the matrilineal law is practiced. So you can pick up the different examples which is visually there are, which you can see in the real life, and you can see what we have taught in the classes also. In the states of Western India, you can see common foods like dal bati, khurma. In Maharashtra, you can see different type of pohe and all the kind of food styles. So you can not only about food, you can speak about different art, culture, dance forms, different cultural forms. You can speak about anything over here. In the eastern Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, Hindi, Urdu and Bhojpuri are common languages. In Delhi, the culture is little different. In Himalayan region like Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, there is a dominance of Buddhism. Okay. So in this way you can mention the how different regions have different cultures in India. In the conclusion, I have mentioned that it clearly indicates that the cultural units of different states in India are identical. Even amid the different cultural variety, unity and harmony are there regardless of the boundaries. So in this way you can give the conclusion and end the answer. So you can write in this way. You can give different examples which you know. Okay. This is not a standard answer. This is just one of the type of the model answer. Okay. In this way, you can write your own way and comment in the comment box. Okay. So let's start today's class. That is communalism. We are speaking about communalism today. We know that India is a land of multiple faiths because of the different cultures, different ethnic groups, different tribal groups. We can say the different India is a land of multiple faiths. Instead, treating religion as a means of the moral order, people use it for their political ambitions. So, the main essence of religion in India is to give the moral order, to give the social moral order to the individuals who are present in that particular religion. But we are using it as a tool for our political ambitions. Our politicians are using religion as the tool for the political ambition, which is causing hatred between different religions. There is a loss of harmony between different religions because of the political interference in the religious part. Okay, this will cause the communalism, and sometimes even communalism will lead to the violent activities. So this is what communalism is. Now let us see the standard definition or a definition of the communalism. So communalism is nothing but there are some differences, or if there is an intolerance between the different religious groups, will cause riots, tensions and between them. Okay, if there is an intolerance between different religious groups, if there exist riots or tensions between them, it will lead to the communalism. And sometimes even communalism will lead to the decrease in the employment opportunities for particular group, educational opportunities for particular culture. So there exist inequalities because of the communalism, and this will called as communalism. So if there is a intolerance between different religious groups, if there is a intolerance between the different religious groups and this is causing riots or violence between them, this will lead to the inequalities between the different groups. Okay, this is called as communalism. Now let us learn the different elements of the communalism. So we have completed the definition. Now let's see the elements. First one is the mild element. So mild element is nothing but here people will have a belief that same religions has the same secular interest along with the political and economic interest, etc. So if you are belonging to the Hindu religion, you will have the similar secular interest as the person who is belonging to the same same Hindu group. Along with the different persons presenting in the same religion, you will also have the same secular interest. Okay, this is what you will believe in the mild stage. But when you are traveling from mild towards the moderate stage in the communalism, you will feel that in the mild stage you will have some certain kind of harmony towards the other religion, whereas in the moderate phase you will have the feeling that one religion is dissimilar to the other. You will completely separate, you will demarcate between different religions in the moderate group. And in the extremist phase, instead of creating in spite of creating some boundaries, you will also have some antagonistic relations between two religions. Like you will have certain kind of hostile relations between different groups. So in the extremist phase, along with having the boundary line, along with believing the boundary between the two religions, you will also have different antagonistic relations between different religions. There will be total loss of harmony. In the first stage you will have harmony. You will only feel that the person belonging to the same religion as you will have the secular interest like you. In the moderate phase, you will completely demarcate between different religions. In the extremist phase, along with demarcating the different religious groups, you will also include certain kind of antagonistic relations and violence between the different religious groups. So these are the different elements of the communalism. Now let us learn the different features of communalism. The first feature of the communalism is orthodoxy and intolerance. You will have orthodoxical practices in particular religion, and you will have intolerance towards the other religion. You cannot tolerate other religious affairs or religious activities performed. So this is what the feature of the communalism is. And you will have dislike towards the other religions. You will not be in a position to like the religious practices of other groups or other religions. So the next feature is you can stand, if you are a communalistic person, you will stand for the elimination of other religion, and you wanted your religion to dominate all the other religions and to suppress all the other religions, and there will be a feeling of his or her own religion as superior. You will have certain kind of feeling that your religion is superior to all and your religion should rule all the other religious people. This is what you'll feel if you're a communalistic person, and you will use violence as a tool against other religions. Okay, there are many riots which will go on if there is a communalism which is prevailing. And the next one is we need to learn about the factors that are responsible for the communalism in India. So what are those factors which are responsible for the communalism in India? We have divided into different factors. The first which we need to read is the political factors. So the British policy of divide and rule. So British followed the policy of divide and rule, because of which there is a division between the different religious groups. They have favored one religion and they didn't favor the other religion, and they have created certain conflicts between different religious groups by different introduction of different policies. Like they have given a separate electorate for Muslims, Sikhs and Anglo-Indians too. So based on this, there is a clear line of separation between the different religions, and they have some antagonistic relationship between them. And they started, and we have also started after the independence also, there are many religious based politics, because of which there is a communalism which is the feeling of communalism is increasing day by day because of the religious politics. And the next one is the economic factors. In the economic factors, you can see that Muslims actually lagged behind the Hindus in the form of education and their lower representation in the government jobs. So in the British era, what happened is Britishers favored Hindus rather than Muslims, because of which Hindus were like dominating in the affairs of education and government jobs and all. And whereas Muslims, middle class Muslims are lacking the educational opportunities, government opportunities, because of which there is no economic development between them. So there is a inequalities, there is a increase in the inequalities between different religious groups, because of which communalism started increasing. You can see the Mapilla rebellion. Mapilla rebellion happened because of the communalism, that is proletarians. Actually the proletariats are the Muslims over here, and they have striked against the landed gentry. They are the Hindus. Hindus are dominating the affairs, and they are proletariats are the one who is working under Hindus. And because of the economic inequalities, there is a revolt, there is a rebellion which took place, that is called as Mapilla rebellion. And the next one is the historical factors. For example, in there are many historians who wrote Indian history, and who divided Indian history based on different religions. For example, they told that ancient is dominated by the Hindu affairs, the medieval India is dominated by the Muslim affairs. So they are dividing the Indian history also in the form of religious lines. This is accepted by many historians too, because of which there is a feeling of Hindus and Muslims and Christians. So in this way the religious groups are divided, and the communalism rose because of even the historical factors. And in the social factors, you can see there is a social divide between Hindus and Muslims and different other religions. For example, actually beef consumption is more important for the Muslims, whereas cow is treated as a sacred animals by Hindus. Because of the beef consumption of Muslims, really the Hindus are not able to tolerate this beef consumption which is adopted by the Muslims, because of which there is a riots or violence which is taking place between them. And you can see Hindu or the imposition. Hindu is the languages which is spoken by Muslims, Hindi is the languages which is spoken by the Hindus. Because of the imposition of Hindi language on non-Muslim or a Muslims people and Urdu on the non-Muslims people, there is a feeling of communalism. Communal divide is increasing between different religions, and you can see the conversion efforts. You can see many people, many religious groups are trying to convert the people from one religion to other religion. Mainly you can see the Christian missionaries who are trying to convert the people from Hindus, Muslims, Jains, Buddhists towards the Christian group, so that they will get certain economic benefits too. So these are the different factors which are increasing, which are leading to the increase in communalism and communal violence in India. So that is it for today's class. In tomorrow's class, we will be learning about other concepts of communalism, like how communalism started in India and how it rose in the pre-independence and the post-independence period, and what are the consequences of communalism in India. These are the different concepts which we are going to learn in the coming 2 classes. So I will just repeat what I have told in today's class. In today's class, in the starting of the class, I have told you, like in the last class I have given a question in which I have discussed the model answers in today's class, and then I have started the topic of communalism, where I have discussed the introduction of the communalism and different definitions of the communalism, and what are the elements of the communalism, different features of the communalism, and factors responsible for the communalism in India. These are the different topics which we have learned today. Hope so you liked this video. Before ending this video, I want to stress upon one thing, that this is actually the part of the paid course, but if you are not giving the proper feedback here on the YouTube channel, we'll totally consider it to put for only the paid course students of Vysh IAS. So putting this in mind, you need to subscribe to the channel if you are not a subscriber of the channel, and you need to share, comment with the comment feedback in the comment box, and like the video. And you can see the contact number on the screen. This is 7200681675. So you can WhatsApp to this number if you want to join the test series of the Vysh IAS, which are of the highest quality, and thousands and lakhs of aspirants have got benefit from this test series in the Vysh by the Vysh team, which are conducted by the Vysh team. So if you want this test series, just WhatsApp to the number which is appearing on the screen, or you can even mail to the particular email ID which I have mentioned on the screen. So I hope so you have liked the video, and let's meet in the next video in the next class. Until then, take it and bye bye.